This is TechCrunch. Amazon founder Jeff Bezos seems to be getting his hands dirty once again. The billionaire is partly backing a new AI startup called Project Prometheus that has raised $6.2 billion in funding and will take on duties as co-chief executive of the new venture. That's according to the New York Times, citing several sources familiar with the project. Bezos will share the position with Vic Bajaj, who previously led and co-founded Google's life sciences division. Bajaj also co-founded Verily, a biotech startup owned by Alphabet, and is the co-founder of Foresight Labs, an AI-focused affiliate of investment firm Foresight Capital, though the reports noted he recently left the firm to start Prometheus. Bezos would be returning to operations for the first time since he stepped away from Amazon back in 2021. According to the New York Times, the startup is going to build AI products for engineering and manufacturing in various fields like computers, aerospace, and automobiles. Project Prometheus is focused on AI for the physical economy, per its LinkedIn page, and the report noted that its work will resemble that of Periodic Labs, which is building technology to speed up scientific research by simulating the physical world to train AI models. The company already has almost 100 staff, including researchers from AI firms like Meta, OpenAI, and Google DeepMind. According to several media reports, South Korea's major defense giants have amassed roughly $69 billion in order backlogs as of late last year. Seoul is also accelerating investment in advanced weapons systems and expanding its defense ties, particularly with Europe. With the new EU-South Korea Security and Defense Partnership in 2024 and growing exports of vehicles and artillery, the country has become the second largest arms supplier to European NATO members. Yet, despite that enormous industrial footprint, remarkably few startups have emerged to match or challenge the incumbents. The country's defense tech startup scene is still nascent, exposing a wide gap between Korea's manufacturing strength and its early-stage innovation. Bone AI, a new startup based in Seoul and Palo Alto, California, launched earlier this year with an ambitious plan to build a fully unified AI platform that ties together software, hardware, and manufacturing. The company develops next-generation autonomous air vehicles, or UAVs, ground vehicles, or UGVs, and marine vehicles, or USVs, for defense and government clients, focusing largely on B2G contracts. While it ultimately aims to operate all three types of systems, Bone is starting with its defense-focused aerial drones, which are designed to streamline missions such as logistics support, wildfire detection, and anti-drone defense. The company, founded by DK Lee, has raised a $12 million seed round led by Third Prime with participation from Cologne Group, a South Korean strategic investor that has expertise in developing advanced materials and manufacturing. Lee said in an exclusive interview with TechCrunch that Cologne is an ideal strategic partner for Bone, which operates across AI, robotics, and next-gen manufacturing. The startup is already generating revenue, landing a seven-figure B2G contract and pulling in $3 million in its first year of operation. In addition, Bone has been selected as a winner in a South Korean government-backed end-to-end logistics program that will deploy UAVs and UGVs powered by its autonomy stack. When asked how a company less than a year old is already securing contracts and generating revenue, he told TechCrunch that Bone acquired a South Korean drone company called D-Makers and its intellectual property just 6 months after launch. Originally focused on AI models for robotics, Bone is now integrating its existing AI division with the newly acquired company, and more acquisitions are on the horizon. Lee personally committed more than 10% of the round, approximately $1.5 million, he told TechCrunch. He said, "That was important to me because I wanted to show both investors and my team that I am fully invested financially and emotionally in this mission." Bone is Lee's second venture. His experience co-founding Mark Vision gave him firsthand insight into building and scaling AI products worldwide. But it also convinced him that the next frontier of AI is not just digital, it is physical. He said, "After leaving Mark Vision, I basically started from zero, going to robotics conferences, cold emailing the engineers behind Google RT1 and RT2, and even walking up to Jim Keller, CEO of Tenstorrent, at a cafe just to introduce myself and grab a coffee later." Bone AI should not be pigeonholed as just a defense tech company, the founder continued. With broader ambitions, Lee frames it as a physical AI firm bringing together advanced AI simulation, autonomy algorithms, embedded engineering, hardware design, and large-scale manufacturing under one roof. While preparing his second company, Lee observed that AI and hardware were advancing in silos. He said, "No one was building the connective tissue, the industrial backbone that allows intelligent machines to exist at scale. Even NVIDIA, the most valuable AI company today, relies on a vast ecosystem of fabrication and manufacturing partners across Asia and Europe." Lee points to South Korea's track record of building global hardware manufacturing powerhouses like Hyundai, Samsung, and LG. He said, "This is why we should see more drone and small robotics companies emerging here, and why Korea is fully capable of supporting them. Our mission at Bone is to build a supply chain for physical AI within South Korea, and then expand that capability to the U.S., Europe, and other allied countries." Anduril has become a household name in the U.S., boasting a valuation north of $30 billion, while in Europe, Helsing last raised funding at around $13 billion. Even in smaller markets like Israel, companies such as Kella Technologies have achieved similar recognition. Michael Kim, general partner at Third Prime, told TechCrunch that Asia has yet to see the same level of adoption. He said as economies around the world focused on reindustrialization, not just in the U.S., Bone sits at the intersection of sovereign AI, multipolarity, and reindustrialization, highlighting both the company's mission and the problem it aims to solve. South Korea has high-quality, cost-competitive hardware manufacturing across multiple sectors, such as heavy industry, shipbuilding, cars, and semiconductors. Kim said, "Many niche hardware players exist but haven't received Bay Area VC funding. Bone has a strong buy versus build strategy to acquire and integrate these assets, accelerating product maturity and commercial traction." That's it from TechCrunch. For more bite-sized articles like these, go to TechCrunch.com.